You're watching Oilers Nation every day with Tyler Yaremchuk. Your one-stop shop for all things Oilers.
You guys are begging for hockey. The Hlinka's on. Let's get into it, the league.
Woo!
Folks, what more could you want? Bunch of 16-year-olds you've never heard of, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning against a country Canada will inevitably beat 10-0.
We're so back.
The Hlinka, baby. It's the best. I'll let you get into that a little bit later on with Stephen Ellis, but welcome into Oilers Nation Every Day. The show is a presentation of Bet365. Whatever your bet is, it is never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app and get in on the game. Use code NATION. Bet365 must be 19 years or older. Please play responsibly. We are also in the Sports Closet studio. From jerseys, hats, to the legendary foam finger, you'll find it all and more at Sports Closet. 3 locations: Sherwood Park Mall, St. Albert Center, Kingsway Mall, with a temporary location there at Kingsway Mall as well. But welcome into Oilers Nation Every Day. We have some hockey to talk about. A couple of things have happened. A bit of an update on Connor McDavid. Stephen Ellis, a former Oilers goaltender, heads east across the pond, and Aaron's here.
If you're familiar with Borat, you would know where this goaltender is headed.
If you are familiar with Borat, yes, you will.
That's really all I know about the country. Shout out Kazakhstan.
Shout out
Shout
Kazakhstan.
out Borat. Shout out Borat. Shout out Sacha Baron Cohen.
Shout out Sacha Baron Cohen. And he's now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I believe. I haven't seen a show he's in. Yeah, he's, what's it called? The new Iron Man show. I can't remember what it's called, but he's in it. So that's special.
Wow.
Yeah, so shout out Sacha Baron Cohen.
He's becoming legit. He did the trial of the Chicago 5 or whatever, too. He was in that movie.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
What was the one he did? Oh, The Dictator. That movie wasn't that good.
I'm a Bruno man myself, please.
Bruno?
No.
Aaron, please.
What up, everybody? Yeah, how we all doing?
Yeah, I'm all good. Well, first thing I wanted to get into today, obviously we've got the YouTube.
That's a weird question from Flute.
I know.
Aaron, have you ever trimmed your armpit hairs? I have never trimmed my armpit hairs.
Shaven fully off.
Fun fact, Liam, because you went to Nate, you had to do it was like a promotions class where you would do some type of thing to fundraise or something. So me and the radio show we did was the Bro Down, very original. But we auctioned off body parts to be waxed.
Oh boy.
And I waxed my armpit.
That
was incredibly painful. But the worst part was how much you sweat after there was nothing there. It was like the worst pitters I've ever had. So, never trimmed them, but I have waxed them. Your move.
It's got to count for something.
Right. There you go. There's a little history on Aaron's armpits. There you go.
Over in the Odd Company YouTube chat right now, you can go check out Odd Company. There are 2 locations, the Ritchie location and downtown. The weather's been a bit gloomy, especially yesterday. It's brightened up a little bit today. Still not very hot, though. But you can go inside. Great inside facilities, great beer, Nation beer specifically, and also great pizza down at Odd Company Brewing as well. Like I said, 2 locations and more. People are begging for hockey right now, like we spoke about right off the job. Brian S. came in right away and said, "Hi, all. I think it's time for hockey to come back now." I disagree. Isaac, I'm dying for hockey. I don't know how much more I can take. Again, the Hlinka starts at 9 a.m. Mountain, folks.
Come on.
Go check it out.
Get your fix.
Flute asks, what's for lunch? I had a butter chicken curry today for lunch.
Liam walked into the office. First words he said to me was, "All right, I'm eating lunch right now."
I was
okay.
so hungry.
I said, "Liam, you work hard. Let your hair down, brother."
I had an apple this morning, and I made some butter chicken the other day. Maynard said, I rewatched We're the Millers on the weekend. I chuckled a few times. It's a good movie. I like We're the Millers.
Yep.
Isaac also said, y'all think you can convince Tyler to get a Brazilian wax? No, I don't want him to get one.
Yeah, that doesn't... I don't want to see that. I don't want to be a part of that. No, I don't actually wish that on him even.
No, I certainly do not. Flute
also
said,
will Tyler ever come back? Who knows?
It's the question of the office today.
It's shout out Air Canada. Boo, Air Canada.
Shout out Air Canada. Greta is what I wanted to talk about. Because we had a message just come in the other day. We're calling this the fan cam. We had a message come in on our Instagram from a gentleman named, I think his name was Cam. Is that right, Aaron?
I do believe so.
Let me pull it out. Chase. Chase son.
Chase.
Cam's son plays famously for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the NFL. He said, hiked 50K up Machu Picchu with our Oilers jerseys to get this photo. And here's the... Oh, go check out Greta. Are we on that part?
Yeah, you can do it.
My screen's behind it.
Look at the boys.
In Machu Picchu. Chase and his buddy, he didn't say who it would be. He said he would appreciate a shout out. So there you go. Great hiking, Chase. 50 kilometers. I barely do that in a week.
50K up Machu Picchu. The question I had was, there's no way these guys wore the jerseys for 50K because A, the sweat level.
It's a lot of
But
commitment.
more importantly, the nipple chafing of 50K hike up Machu Picchu, if you were wearing that, you'd have to be all kinds of taped up. I hope they threw them in their bags and then just wore them up top. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
I wish I knew what jerseys they were wearing. You know, like I see a 3, so I assume that's Nuge. I would go with that assumption.
I probably Nuge is fair to say 1.
And then when I see that orange Oilers jersey, I think rookie or Connor McDavid because I own
no
the same
number
one.
on that one either.
Oh, there's no number on
No
that.
number on. He's one
I
of those
guess, yeah,
guys.
the arm.
I'm assuming, yeah. I don't know which one is Chase again, but I'm assuming the one on the left is a Nuge jersey, like you said, Aaron. But shout out to these guys. If you're running around the world in some Oilers jerseys, send us a picture on our Instagram. I'll try and incorporate the Greta fan cam into the show a little bit more.
I always love seeing people who put the Oilersnation stickers on like cool monuments around the world. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it is cool. It is cool when people do that. It always gives me throwback to when I was in France and I saw a gentleman skating around Paris just outside the War Museum, I think it was, wherever Napoleon is buried, or his tomb, I guess, whatever they call it. Was just playing road hockey with an Ilya Yakubov jersey. The guy's messaged me a couple of times. I believe he's a musician, so check out his music.
Shout out him. Somebody, Andrew, said those are fake jerseys, though. Sad face. We don't jersey shame
Who gives
here.
a shit?
We don't jersey shame, okay?
Guys are
Jerseys are expensive.
Yeah.
However, if you're going to order a fake Oilers jersey, I got a website for you that you should hit up because they're pretty spot on.
Also, too, the guy just hiked 50K up Machu Picchu. He can wear whatever he wants.
That guy's nipples are bleeding up there, and you can tell him that his jersey sucks.
This feels rude. This feels rude, Andrew. Come on.
All right, give me some news.
No, I was going to say, we're good. We have Stephen Ellis coming up on the show today. Going to talk about the Hlinka, so all those 16-year-olds I said you'd never heard of before, you'll get to know them a little bit better. Stephen, obviously, the prospect analyst over at Daily Faceoff. And our friend. I had a great time with Stephen at the Hlinka last year when Matthew Schaefer was on the team last season. Caleb Denoye, he was a great kid. A lot of good players on that team. I think this team is a little bit better, though, from all accounts. Some more high-end talent, guys who could become, like, superstars in the NHL. Keaton Verhoff being one of them. But let's get into the news, which, get ready for this, not Star Mechanical, but Sherwood Ford. Sherwood Ford, the Giant. Hockey fans helping hockey fans. Free valet service for all Oilers Nation fans. Excuse me. Never visit the dealership again. Get an exclusive swag package with every Nation Valet service booked online and get automatically entered in to win a monthly draw. You can book online at sherwoodford.ca/Nation Valet service and make sure in the comments you put Oilers Nation Valet to get in on the draw. The news. There's a few topics. I have 4. We'll leave the best to last because that'll lead us right into Steven, I think. Mm-hmm. The first one, Olivier Rodrigue signed with a new team. All of you that thought he was the future, 31 other teams decided he had no future in the NHL, along with the Oilers. He signed in the KHL with HC Bears.
Your guess is as good as mine. Kazakhstan.
They play in Kazakhstan. They're one team, I believe, in the KHL that plays in Kazakhstan. They used to have 2. They might still have 2. Let me double check on that quickly. They're not great, but that's fine. Yeah, they're still the only team that plays in Kazakhstan. Last season, dramatic pause, they finished 8-47. You could say they might need some goaltending.
8-47?
8-47. Oh, they do overtime wins and overtime losses different in here. So, shockingly, they missed the playoffs with that record. In 68 games, they had 8 regulation wins, 6 overtime wins, 47 regulation losses, and 7 overtime losses. Olivier Rodrigue will go in and try and help them out a little bit. Do they have any other North American players? Not any that I've really heard of. A lot of Kazakhstanians.
Well, you can go to Italy like the other guy, Olivier
Waugh. Something about Will Butcher, actually. You remember him?
Yep.
Played for the New Jersey Devils. Mm-hmm. He played for them last season. Nathan Beaulieu played for them. Former World Junior star. Wade Allison, I believe he was a Flyer. Chase DeLeo. Michael McLeod got some games in with them, I guess, last season. He's the only... How many games did McLeod play for them? He played 19 games for them. That's crazy. Wow. I did not know he went over there and played. I thought they were all kind of told they weren't allowed to go.
Doesn't apply to Kazakhstan.
Doesn't apply to Kazakhstan.
They'll take him.
He did spend a little bit of time in Russia as well. Michael McLeod, that is. Hey, don't be surprised if he's back there this season. Anyway. Olivier Rodrigue, and are you disappointed he never turned out for the Edmonton Oilers?
Like, obviously you're disappointed. Dude, I said it on Tuesday. We're the kings of overvaluing our own prospects. So were there moments where I went, he could be the goaltender of the future? Absolutely. I think he's 25 years old. It's kind of tough, right? Because, I believe when I was reading our article, he was ranked the 7th best Oilers prospect in 2024 by our boy Bruce Kurlock. Hey, that's out the window for this team. I know a lot of opinions are that the Edmonton Oilers could use all the goaltending help they can get, but they chose not to qualify him. So, hey,
it is what it is.
I'll miss you, I guess. I liked you in Bakersfield. You were solid on the bench. I do have a photo here as well of when everybody, not us, we're not in this photo, but they got to meet him, I believe.
I was in LA.
Shout out to that. We got this photo, so we have this memory. At least we have this.
We'll never forget you, Olivier.
Tyler looks pretty wasted in that photo.
Probably is.
He looks faded.
Over in the Odd Company YouTube chat, people are asking about the McDavid extension, which we'll get into right away. But Fighting Amish asked if, again, I'm terrible with names. I know who this team is. Jokerit is still in the KHL. I believe they left the KHL when the war started and COVID and all that stuff. It was one of those two things. But they went back to Finland, but I don't think they're in Liga. I think they were sold to go into a different league and have to kind of make their way back up in the KHL right now. The only non-Russian teams, there's one in Kazakhstan, one in Belarus, and one in China. But it's not Kunlun. Unless they change their name. Shanghai Dragons might be who Kunlun used to be. I think it is, because Parker Fu, you guys all remember. Oh, no, Spencer Fu was the player that everyone was clamoring for coming out of Union College. Ended up signing in Calgary. I believe he played one game. You might not think that was that long ago. He's now 31. That'll make you feel a bit old, won't it? He played for the Bonneville Pontiacs. Came up, played for Calgary. 4 games in Calgary, 2 goals. Then a year later was playing for the Kunlun Red Star because he wanted to get on the Olympic team. And he went to the Olympics and had 4 games, did not score a point. Well, did anyone score a point?
Well, there you go.
There you go. Jake Chelios was on that Chinese team. Ryan Sproul. It's funny to look at those teams. Anyway, moving on. There was a bit of an update yesterday. I think it was Tuesday after the show, actually, from Frank Saravalli.
Ever heard of him?
Ever heard of him? Yeah. Guy's got a bit of information up his sleeve. Basically came out and said there was no update on Connor McDavid. The two parties, have not exchanged any kind of figures yet on numbers, which I think if you've been following this process, it's not that surprising at all, in the sense that McDavid's been away in Europe with his, obviously, Draisaitl getting married. Now he's on his friend moon still. I believe they're still on it. Maybe a couple of days left. Who knows? I've not really been tracking their boat.
I am.
But yeah, like Frank has, Aaron pulled up in this tweet here from Frank. No real update yet on Connor McDavid. Aaron, do you think this is a good thing, a bad thing? Does it really matter to you at all at the moment?
I love that. This is how starved we are for news, because the news is that we don't have any news.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the dude is on his friend moon, enjoying the other side of the world, living his life. I'm confident that he will sign with this team. I think most talking heads in the media are confident that it's going to happen. And as you see it there doesn't seem to be any hint of nerves or panic, So, I mean, if Frank's telling me that, I believe in him. He also went on to add that it's a spitball, but he believes $16 to $17.5 million 4-year deal.
I think the actual financial figure is very irrelevant to all of this, which seems very silly to say because it's probably the biggest part of the deal, obviously, how much a guy is going to get paid. But like, that to me tells me that they're very confident that this is going to get done. It's all about the length of the deal. Will it be a 4 or 5 year deal? Will they just get it to 8 after spending some time away from Edmonton and coming back? Like, does that help the deal a little bit more, being like, oh, I kind of miss being here. Like, I want to stay here for the rest of my career. I am on the side of like, I'm not too bothered how long the deal is, as long as it's not like a 2 year deal. If it's anywhere from 4 upwards, I think I'm happy with it. 4 years is a long time. Plus, you still have this upcoming season as well. So you would essentially game for a minimum of 5 years. I think we're all assuming with the news that we got. And people are going to try and sway that it's a negative thing that McDavid doesn't sign here for that term. It feels like that's just going to be the new normal in a way in the NHL moving forward. I mean, the money is going. Austin Matthews obviously being a player that's done this for quite a while now. But McDavid had his 8 year deal here. I think he deserves in a way to stick around, but then also have the opportunity to, if it doesn't work, then I can just go get more money. I'll just get more money from the Oilers. Like, these kind of players will never be underpaid, and you'll never overpay them, because they are just so good. And McDavid's in that category. The figure of how much he will earn it doesn't matter because he's that good.
He's already got $100 million in the bank off his last contract in this one. We know the number will be a lot. For the term thing, dude, I always lead with beggars cannot be choosers.
Yeah.
He could sign a 1 year deal and I'd still be like, all right, I'm down. Let's ride. Let's get this done. You mean I got 2 more years of Connor McDavid? But it's his right as the best player in the sport to sign a less than 8 year term, let's say a 4 year term, much like Bush did to reset that market. I always reference LeBron. It just makes sense. You can't hold it against the guy. It's blank check situation. I'm so confident in this. Would like maybe a little bit of updates so we could actually talk about some real figures or something as we go along. But I hope he's enjoying his friend Moon. The man has lost back-to-back seasons in the Stanley Cup final. The rush on this, I have none of it. He's had very short summers the last 2 years. Enjoy it. Go nuts. Let your agent deal with it when you come back.
A few comments in the Odd Company YouTube chat. One from Westside Shane, which is just nuts. If he signs 6 or less, we have a new captain, Leon. I don't think that would be helpful.
You don't actually believe that. Like, there's no way you actually think that's... No way.
D said, I want 8 years, 20 million with 40 million deferred for a cap hit of 12. Feels like a lot of math that I just can't figure out.
But I think deal. I think I'm deal on
for the Oilers.
Yeah.
I will say whatever he signs is good for the Oilers, by the way.
Yes.
Ryan S. said 4 years just tells me he's gone after that. Why not take 8 if you like the team?
Because the cap is going up so much exponentially that if you're the best player in the sport, and dude, like they do this in like the PAs, like the NBPA, the NFLPA, that they want the best player to keep pushing that up so that everybody else climbs up with you. That does not mean that. That means
it's just the new norm.
Yeah. It is what it is.
I wouldn't be too worried about it, Ryan. I really think he'll just finish his career here as long as things don't go like completely sideways, which the others don't look like they will be going sideways. Hugh said, wouldn't it be cool if Connor McDavid took a Sid deal and showed the city how much he cares and wants to win? That would be cool. That would be 9.7 million.
That'd be really cool. That would be really cool if he took less than his last deal. But
that would be epic. I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately.
Maybe if he was born on like September 7th, like Sid is, maybe he'd be more into the 9-7 thing, but no.
Andrew said, is the cap going up, though? I know they have the next 3 years figured out, but the American economy is crashing.
That's above my pay grade, brother. That's above my pay grade.
Yeah. But
I know the next 3 years it's going up exponentially.
And I'm assuming it's going up more.
I know that every other sport seems to just be going up exponentially as well.
Hey, maybe
when you get the amount of betting, fantasy, all this stuff going in. But you're right, eventually there will be a peak.
Hey, maybe maybe the tariffs work.
Hey, I mean, who knows?
Who knows? Again, I'm no economist.
Economics major?
Sure. I don't know the economy.
Economist? Chat, help us out.
Chat.
Help us out.
$20. Alex Hemsky's good birthday was yesterday.
Yes, it was.
We do have the other thing too of like the NHL release its top 20 defensemen. We'll probably have to talk about that after we get to Steven, I think, because I think that's a longer-ish conversation. And Steven's going to join us within the next 10 minutes. Alex Hemsky's birthday was yesterday. How old is he now?
42.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, that'll make you feel old. 11 seasons with Oil Country. What did Bob say? A highly skilled winger. Hemsky wasn't afraid to drive the net. Better player than some recognized.
Oh, yeah. He was so good. He was like the only skilled player the Oilers had for so long.
I'm pretty sure it was a Jeopardy answer that he led the Oilers in points from 2005 to 2009 every single season.
He was the only player, like, that was the, they still did it then, I think, of like every team had to get an all-star representative. And he was just the guy he was always in because he was so good. Obviously, in the Stanley Cup run as well in 06, played a pivotal role.
This is game 6 of the first round. Scored a big game-tying goal.
Everyone remembers the moment of, was it against Dallas when Patrick Stefan missed the net? And then he goes down the other end with seconds left and ties. Edmonton actually lost that game, if I'm not mistaken, in overtime. But no one remembers that just because of how iconic that moment actually is. And that's the one thing, too, and not to sway too far out of a Hemsky conversation, but when you think of that goal Connor McDavid scored against the LA Kings in round 1 in game 1, I know the Oilers ended up losing that game, but like, that moment like should be seen in that moment of like, that was so fucking awesome. That was so great. And Hemsky had a lot of those moments. I was at his last game against the Ottawa Senators. He scored 2 goals.
The team he would be traded to?
And then the next day he was traded to the Ottawa Senators. I got tickets at Rexall Place. I think they were $12 each. He was set so high up I couldn't even see the top of the scoreboard. But it was so cool to be there. I became an Oilers fan right at the end of Hemsky's time with the team. But my goodness, was he just so entertaining to watch. A guy who should be in the Ring of Honor this upcoming season when the Oilers get around to do that. Like, his name has to be in there. Honestly, like, they should probably get him and Hawkoff both in there, I think.
I think eventually you could see those guys going in. So what, his first season with the Oilers was 2002. Like, I was just thinking, like,
13th overall pick.
For me, right, like, I was born in 1995. So, like, Smitty, already around, established kind of thing there. Hemsky felt like that was, like, when this is hockey. This is the Oilers. Yeah. And he was the guy, then went on for what? It was 11 seasons of him sticking through some shit, and we appreciate every little bit of him. I wish we won that Stanley Cup.
I know.
I'll take any Stanley Cup, actually, in my life. Oh, yeah, I'm 0 for 3. I'm 0 for 3.
I just wanted to look here. Hemsky played 652 games for the Oilers, 477 points on a time where they made the playoffs once, and he was easily the best player every year. He's got to be on it.
The silkiest of mitts. The silkiest.
Yeah. And also, too, like, he feels like a player that if he played in this era would be way more recognized as like, oh, he's a kind of a star in the league, I guess you could say. Like, and then probably able to showcase his skill a lot more than he was maybe able to then. But also, too, maybe that's what made him an even better player is that, like, he was able to avoid the kind of contact and all that kind of stuff and find the gaps on the ice, and
that makes it all that more impressive.
Yeah, maybe that enhanced his skill, I guess you could say. Wasn't he known to be soft? I think that was kind of a thing around him, a stigma around him.
I mean, I wouldn't. The first words were for Alex Hemsky for me wouldn't have been like gritty, tough fucking guy.
No, but like that's what I mean. Like in that era, like if you weren't throwing people through the boards or getting to the net on every single goal, you were soft. Where like now it's just like
if you played in that era in general, you're not soft.
No. Yeah.
Keep your head up.
If you play hockey in general, you are not soft. That game is
that's a fair point.
Steven's going to join us in a few minutes. He is in the chat.
He is here now.
I'm not going to read his comment though because that is just asking for it, Steven.
Holy Steven. I'm not even going to read that for the podcast listeners. I'm not going to read that's a dig.
Something to chew on before we'll get into Steven after I read this. But like the NHL released a top 20 defensemen yesterday. Obviously, we went through and did the top 20. I think it was wingers, wasn't it, the other week? Yeah. Wingers a lot easier to judge than defensemen, so I'm not going to put my own top 20 list out. But Evan Bouchard ranked number 10 on the list. But one thing that stood out to me the most, Aaron, I don't know about you. Mm-hmm. How many Canadians are ahead of him on that list? Just two?
Just two.
And he's interesting. He seems to be wildly debated if he should be on the Olympic team.
So for the podcast listeners, Makar, Hughes, Werenski, Heiskanen, Hedman, who he's getting up there. He's still fifth.
Yeah.
I kind of talked about
Edmonton feels somewhat higher than he should be.
I know. I was talking about this with Rick, and I was like, I don't watch a lot of Tampa Bay games, so I'll take them for their word here. Josh Morrissey, 6. Rasmus Dahlin, 7. Jacob Slavin, Roman Josi, 9, who is now 35 years old.
Yeah.
And then Evan Bouchard at 10. Is there anyone you think he should have been ahead of here?
Oh, no. Yeah. No, I don't. I think they can move around everyone above him, excuse me, to a certain extent. Like, I think Slavin could have been a bit higher. I just think his defensive game is so amazing.
He's a monster.
That it's incredible, and I think he's become around more a lot often, that conversation of like how good Slavin is. But if he is regarded as the best defensive defenseman in the league, should that not warrant him being a top 5 guy, top 6
So
guy?
my thought was, and once again, come at me, whatever. I feel like I would rather have Jacob Slavin than Victor Hedman.
Maybe right now, yeah.
Then I don't know what this is judged on. If it's like longevity, was it last season?
I think it's strictly last season. Hedman's still great. Don't get us wrong, but like he might be one spot ahead of him.
And then the list continued.
I'll read it on. Charlie McAvoy 11, Forsling 12, Sanderson 13, Harley 14, Shea Theodore 15, Adam Fox who 16. That's who a lot of people were saying like he should be higher on the list. Devon Taves 17, Mikhail Sergachev. For me, this one's the most controversial. Lane Hudson at 19. I don't think he's a top 20 defenseman in the league yet. Brock Faber, I think, is easily better than Lane Hudson at 20. There was one person in the comments of this. Oh, Mackenzie Weegar. I think Mackenzie Weegar is probably a top 20 defenseman in the league. I would say Moritz Seider, another guy as well, who I would probably have on this list. But maybe we can.
Well, we got to tell Jay that Bouchard's ahead of Mo Seider. He'll appreciate that. I'm sure he will.
Well, that'll be my first question for our pal, Steven. So let's get over to Steven. Steven Ellis' appearance is brought to you by Star Mechanical. Star Mechanical is one of Edmonton's biggest locally owned and operated plumbing and heating businesses. They have been working within the community for over 20 years, and many of the homes built in Edmonton over the last 2 decades have had their plumbing and heating systems installed by Star Mechanical. Visit them at starmechanical.ca to schedule an appointment and let them keep your home running smoothly. Steven, hello. How are you doing?
Ty Conklin. His jersey should be retired. His name should be plastered all over the arena. They should just call the Oilers the Edmonton Ty Conklins, because why not? That's it.
You're right. His jersey should be burnt all over the city. I completely agree with you.
You're bringing up old wounds here, Steven.
Very old wounds. What did you make of the NHL's top 20 list? A lot, obviously, Evan Bouchard 10 on the list. Like, is there anything you would have changed? Someone you would have added? Someone you think is too high? Do you care?
No. Evan Bouchard's from Oakville, Ontario. That's where I'm from. So, he should be number 1 in my opinion. No, those lists are just rage bait. I don't care one bit. It doesn't matter. There's no science behind it. It's a people writing this stuff for summer content. I don't care.
Yeah, that's essentially it. It's to give us folks that are still doing podcasts on August 14th. Essentially something to talk about. But something to talk about is the Hlinka. We obviously last season it was in Edmonton and Canada ended up winning like they do every year because they send their best players and the US never does and other teams miss a few players here and there. But how has the tournament been so far? Obviously today is their day off, I believe, before they go into the knockout elimination stage. But Canada is obviously 3-0.
It's summer hockey, and by that I mean there's a lot of bad hockey involved. But then you see games like the Canada versus Switzerland game was very interesting, where Canada won 9-1. 42 minutes into that game, it was 1-0 Canada. So, like, that was a lot different of a game. With Canada, they've been a good third period team, and a big thing about their roster is how good their defense is. Like, we were talking about the Canadian defenders in the NHL. Like, I would not be surprised if every single defenseman on Canada's roster plays in the NHL at some point. And we're talking about a couple of guys who will be in the Norris Trophy candidates. Ryan Lynn, Vancouver Giants, Keaton Verhoff's headed to the NCAA, Landon DuPont, Everett Silvertip's probably going to the NCAA in the next couple of years. Like, that high-end defensive talent is incredible, and that's what makes this Canadian team so much fun to watch. And you mentioned Canada winning this tournament pretty much every year. I think they've only lost it like 3 of the times it's ever happened. So, I'm looking at this and saying it's summer hockey. No one's at their best, but Canada's looking good. Sweden's looking good. USA's had their moments. They just came off of a dominating win against Germany, but they lost to Sweden in a game they were winning quite easily at one point. So you will get those moments, but otherwise it's a lot of players just trying to figure out what they're going to be this year.
Right. And for those of you who don't know, like I kind of said off the top, the U.S. doesn't take their A team to this tournament. It's essentially guys who are going to play in the USHL, or now I guess the CHL a little bit too next season. But Canada does, like we said, and Keaton Verhoff is a name that is popped up a lot. Now people are having the conversation of, can he push Gavin McKenna for the first overall pick? I still think that's going to be a very difficult thing for him to accomplish, but what have you made of Verhoff so far in this tournament? And he is kind of the clear number 2 in this draft, if not 1, right?
Yeah, he's definitely the best defenseman. He's definitely, I wouldn't say he's the clear number 2. I think people are kind of forgetting Ivar Stenberg exists, and Ivar Stenberg just had an outstanding tournament at the World Junior Summer Showcase against older competition. So I feel like we're looking at Verhoff and people are reigniting, he's the clear number 2, maybe even the number 1 prospect, forgetting that Ivar Stenberg also just did some incredible stuff, not only at the U18s, but at the World Junior Summer Showcase and everything he does in Sweden. So he's one to watch. I really like Ryan Lynn. And if he wasn't 5'11", I think people would look at this guy and say, yeah, this guy is like a true contender for number 2. He's smaller as a defenseman. Like, you'll look at Lane Hudson. That's the exception, not the rule. You're not going to find a ton of Hudsons, although his brother's also small and pretty good. So maybe it's just, you got to be named Hudson in general. But with Ryan Lynn, like, he is so special with the puck. I got to watch him up close at the Hlinka Gretzky training camp, and just so smart, scored a bunch of goals at this tournament. He's been very productive, and Verhoff's probably more of the all-around better defenseman at this point because he's got that size, he's got the skill, he can do all that. But Ryan Lynn might be the more skilled defenseman. It's someone who is going to be putting up a ton of points, and I think those two are the guys you're watching on Team Canada right now.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of these defensemen are actually like WHL players. And another one too, there's a couple we haven't mentioned, but Landon Dupont, obviously exceptional status into the Western Hockey League, dominated last season with the Everett Silvertips. How's he done so far as the underage defenseman on this team? I believe he only has 1 point, right, in 3 games?
Yeah, it hasn't been an overly productive tournament, but it's the smart plays that he's making that it's making him really impressive. Like last night against the Czechs, there were a ton of plays out there where he was just making really good poke checks, really good gap control in his own zone, blocking shots, like doing all the things that defensemen are supposed to do. And I think none of that was better than that game against Switzerland, where before Mathis Preston decided to go on this scoring spree, Landon Dupont was the best player in that game. So for being the youngest guy in Canada, he's been extremely impressive. I expect him to be in the hunt to make Canada's World Junior team. I don't know if they're going to take a ton of young defensemen because someone like Keaton Verhoff or even Ryan Lynn have to be in that conversation. But with Dupont, it's just a player who's so mature for his age already, and no question about it is going to be a star in the NHL.
We may as well just keep going through the blue line because now I'm just realizing all my questions about defensemen on this Team Canada team because it's so good. But one player I'm a big fan of, and he was a first overall pick as well in the Western League, ahead of Verhoff and ahead of Ryan Lynn, is Dax Rudolph. He's a player who I don't think gets as much recognition as he probably should. His offensive numbers were pretty solid last year in Prince Albert too for like the limited offensive chances he had. Like, what do you make of him, and what do you think his ceiling could be? And do you think he's, like you said, like, do you think he's so far behind those guys?
He's a top 10 prospect, and I have him number 10 in my initial draft rankings I put out last month. And he's not special in any major category. Like Verhoff, it's the skill and the size together that's exciting. And with Lynn, it's the speed and the skill. And then you look at Rudolph, and he's kind of got a lot of everything. Like, he's a big guy, he's 6'2", but he's strong. He hits hard. I think he's going to go out there and punish defenders or attackers this year on the rush. But he's also very good. He's a very good playmaker. He had something like close to 40 assists this year. I expect him to go over 50 assists this season in Prince Albert. So just a very smart defenseman that does a bit of everything. You can ask him to play the power play. You can ask him to be in the penalty kill. You can ask him to block shots, do all that stuff. Like he does so much there. So those two are kind of ahead of him in that race right now for the draft. But Rudolph, to me at this point, is a top 10 prospect.
Outside of Sweden, who, again, show up to this tournament and do typically decently well as well and take a good group of players with them, how are the other nations doing from over in Europe? Is it a good European group? Is there any other high-end players that aren't Swedish kind of at the Hlinka right now or in this upcoming draft?
Well, you look at the scoring race, and it's like pretty much all Canadians and all Swedes, right? So I have liked Oscar Hemming out of Finland. He's the brother of I'm drawing a blank. The Hemming brother that Dallas drafted, Emil Hemming. So Oscar's 6'4", and he uses every single inch of his body to go out there and hit guys, move players around, and then he scores a bunch too. So he's been very productive. I've also liked Oliver Ozangani out of Slovakia. He had a hat trick in that first game, a little less noticeable the rest of the way, but the ability to just go out there and beat guys with so much skill as an 09 Slovakian has been very impressive because there isn't much going on with Slovakia. They are a team that hasn't scored a lot. Finland, going back to them, I liked Oliver Servanto. He's been good. One Czech defenseman to watch. He is a 2027 prospect, but is Lucas Kelcher. And he is one of the most skilled defenders I've seen come out of Czechia in a very long time. But he's very small. He's like 5'8", 5'9". Yeah. Now, he's young, so he can grow. He's a 2009 born defenseman, but you watch him go out there and he's just deking everybody out. He had 4 points in the game against, I'm trying to blank who he actually beat at that point. But like when he's on his game, he's on his game. He's tough to beat and he's very skilled.
The NCAA and CHL conversation is something that's kind of dominated the summer, especially after the draft. And now we've just seen Roger McQueen commit to Providence, I think it was. Obviously, what was the other guy who went to Michigan State? I'm drawing a blank on his name, too.
Porter Martin?
Yes, that one. What have you made of that as the kind of the summer has gone on? People are seeing it as such a negative for the CHL, but also at the same time, I don't think it's always going to be as dominant as I think this first year, I guess of what I'm saying, is going to be such an experimental time for the players and the teams on like how they should handle these CHL players and the opportunities they could have in the NCAA.
I think we'll see a couple, not many, but we'll might see a couple players that have gone from the CHL to the NCAA go back to the CHL when some point in the season, because these players, it's going to be a bit of a physical upgrade for them. It's going to be, a lifestyle change. And some players might say, hey, I need to be playing 3-4 times a week. I might need to play 3 games in a weekend to kind of just get that all in my system. I can't go out here and play 2 games a week, go play against like Lindenwood or go find some random school and just pummel them. Like I need tougher competition, because there are situations where, they're playing against older players, but you'll see some of these teams that will go 3 weeks without playing a team that's remotely competitive out there. And that can be very difficult for some players. So it's not a perfect route for everybody. That being said, you are going to see a lot of players who wouldn't have got these ice time opportunities getting a bigger opportunity to go out there and impress guys. And I think that's important too. So are they losing the top end talent, and is it going to hurt the CHL? Absolutely. No one's going to deny that. But the talent that could emerge out of it, the second tier talent that might push into that top tier now because of that added opportunity, the responsibility and everything that comes across at that, it could still work out. But I know that a lot of people point out like, oh, look at the players that are leaving the USHL to the OHL or things like that. And it's like most of the time those guys are 4th round prospects or things like that. We're not talking about the stars, and that's what's always going to grab the headlines.
Yeah, it's just such an interesting time, isn't it? Because hockey has changed so much in the past 2 years, to be honest, and now there's this whole another layer of things. But I agree with what you said in the sense of just because those players are gone doesn't mean a good player isn't going to replace them on their CHL team as well. There's a lot of great players in the CHL across Canada and the US that are going to become stars in their own right. But I guess my final question for you, Stephen, this is basically Canada's tournament to lose, right? Like even Sweden doing so well, they probably don't have the same firepower Canada would have if inevitably they play each other in the gold medal game.
Yeah, Sweden looks pretty strong, but Canada is just looking better right now. And I think kind of like what we saw last year when Jack Ivan Kovic was really good for Canada, Gavin Betts is doing a lot of that same stuff for the Canadians right now and is looking really impressive. And I think Yeah, the fact that Canada can get production from any line. You look at Ethan Belchitz, the team's top scorer. It doesn't feel like he's been their best player, but he's been impressive. Mathis Preston's been really good. He had that hat trick in the one game. Ryan Lynn, like I mentioned, he's been good. Verhoff. But then you got the Ruck twins who have been just dynamite the last 2 games. Adam Valentini's been speedy. Assuming Dima Jolkin's not suspended after getting kicked out of the last game for kneeing. He's been really good. So I think from a depth perspective, Canada's got all that skill going right now. Sweden's got some hard workers. Like they got some pretty good bottom 6 guys, but they don't have the skill that Canada does. They don't have the depth. I do expect Canada to win this.
Well, there you go. You heard it here first. Canada getting another gold medal at the Hlinka, according to Stephen. Thanks, Stephen. We'll talk to you next time.
Let's talk about Ty Conklin more.
Never. See you, Steve. There you go. Stephen Ellis' appearance brought to you by Star Mechanical. I hope you liked it. Something a little bit different rather than talking about nothing that's going on with the Oilers currently and some other random nonsense we can think of.
You talked puck.
Talked
they
a bit
can't
of
say
hockey.
we didn't talk some puck today.
There is a lot of, like kind of mentioned there, like a lot of great talent coming out of Western Canada right now. And I know Verhoff has gone over to North Dakota, I believe he committed to, but still great players. Like if you get a chance this season to go and watch the Oil Kings play, if it's Prince Albert, they have some great players. Daxon Rudolph, we mentioned, top 10 pick. Ryan Lynn, another great player. Landon DuPont, you get the opportunity to watch that kid play. Like you're going to be watching a future, probably superstar in the NHL. So get out, support your local junior hockey team. WHL, that's where a lot of the talent is going to be now. I'll try and get out to a few more, I think, this season. Okay, Aaron, where else are we got to go here?
Other sports?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that, though. Disappointing other sports report today, folks.
It's a tough one.
When employees cross the line, Litco Law is here to referee if you've been fired without cause, pushed out of your job, or treated unfairly at work. A good employment lawyer you can call for help. Call for backup. You can defend your rights to make sure you get what you're owed. Go to Litco Law and book your free consultation today.
Litco Law.
Litco Law. The other sports report.
It's over.
Bolton lost to Wednesday on Wednesday.
Oh my God, they did.
Fuck. They fielded a weaker lineup, and they lost on penalties. But the devastating part of this game was we were up. We were down to 10 men. We got a player sent off.
What did he do?
A professional foul, which is when you foul someone who's like a clear scoring opportunity. It's essentially you give a penalty shot.
Okay. Instant red, you're gone?
Pretty much, yeah. 9 times out of 10. We were down 1-0. Made it 1-1. They scored within a minute later, 2-1. We made it 2-2. They scored a minute later to make it 3-2. We scored the last kick of the game to make it 3-3. Went to penalties and missed 2 of 4 and lost.
Who says soccer's boring? Because that sounds incredible.
It was a great game. Very entertaining game from a neutral perspective. I was pissed because we should have won that game. But either way, Bolton lost. The Edmonton Riverhawks also lost as well against the Bellingham Bells.
The dream's over. Did you? I don't know if I didn't go to the actual game because it was.
My fiance did.
I knew that it was going to pour rain.
It was nuts.
And then it was pouring rain. So they were up 2-1.
Yeah.
And then it was Bellingham got up 4-2.
Bases loaded.
There was like an hour delay. There was a lightning delay, rain delay.
Yeah.
And then that's really tough to say, hey, score 3 runs in 2 innings. You've also just been sitting down for an hour straight.
For an hour. The odds were not in their favor. Unfortunately, they lost.
Best year yet, though.
It is great to have such good baseball in the city. I didn't go to any games this year. It just didn't work out with the schedule I had. The schedule I had. Sorry, Steven just put in the chat. Aiden across the mountain. He is draft eligible this season. He actually plays in Edmonton if anyone wants to go and watch Aiden play some hockey with such a great name. But on the Riverhawks, yeah, disappointing to see it go out the way they did.
But, dude, look at that number.
I know, incredible. Can you read it? I'm no good with numbers.
131,966 attendees. The new WCL single season record. We break it every single season. We're just playing our own game now. But shout out to the Edmonton fans. Yeah. Shout out to the boys. And now they all go back to their college programs.
Does it ever make you wonder if Edmonton will get a pro team?
You couldn't. They have really taken in the 4 years that the team's now been in existence.
3, 4, whatever.
I was there working every day year one. From year one to what it is now, how established it is, how packed it is, how much families, kids, young people love just going and drink beers and eat hot dogs.
They do such a good job.
Yeah.
I believe his name is Donovan on the mic.
Donovan.
There's no one like him. I actually watched the game on YouTube.
Yeah, right.
And I know that
Shout out Al Coates, commentator.
I was going to say, you were obviously a big part of that, I believe, when you were there. And the program they have played, it's amazing. It's so good to do such a great job of showcasing the city on their drones, of showing you, it feels like you're at the game.
And, dude, because, when they go, so, you get the broadcast version on YouTube, but then once the half inning's over, they cut the feed, and then they give you the in Remax Field.
It's amazing.
In-house feed, so you get all the entertainment, all the competitions, all the stuff. You get to see all the crowd shots, people chugging beers, the chow down challenge.
It's great.
We do it right here in Edmonton. Also, he doesn't get any of the credit. Shout out Steve Hogle is the man behind the Riverhawks. He's the everything behind the Riverhawks. He's just I'd say he's a jack of all trades, master of none, but he's a jack of all trades and master of most of them.
There you
go.
He's
a great dude.
Shout out to Steve. Donovan.
Yep.
A few other names you said there. Sorry. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to the coach, Jake Lantherman.
Manager.
Who was an Edmonton Prospects. He played in the left field, I believe, or right field. And to be able to recruit such an entertaining team and be a part of it as well, it takes a full team to be invested in it. Wise Kyle said, we had 2 pro teams. They failed. That is true. But also, the Edmonton Riverhawks are managed so well from a production side of things.
They've also revitalized.
I know they won't fail.
They've revitalized the stadium, dude. They put money out there. The infield drains it. So it was pouring rain and lightning. You couldn't even tell in the infield that there was any rain whatsoever.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Warning track gets a little sloppy out there, but hey, what are you gonna do? Shale.
What ballpark doesn't?
Yeah, come on. Shout out the Hawks. Go Hawks. Next year's our year.
Next year's our year. What's trending? Brought to you by Oodle Noodle. Hoping Every Box, a charity partner for 2025, is Sports Central. The Hoping Every Box campaign donates 10% of all sales from a featured dish, which is the hot tie box, to help Sports Central refurbish and redistribute gently used sports equipment. I got a couple of bikes I'm going to donate to Sports Central here. Such a great cause to help out some kids.
Whole bikes?
I got a couple of bikes. I got a new one. I don't need my bike anymore. I'd rather give it to someone.
Can I have your one?
Yeah, you can have it. It'd be good to give it away to someone.
No, give it to someone.
So yeah, the Hope in Every Box. Go check it out. One of your Oodle Noodles. It is, again, the hot tie box.
We did this ad read on Tuesday. I then went and got hot tie box on Tuesday. 12 out of 10. 12 out of 10.
I only had one thing in what's trending, because I want you guys to go watch this video, because the Breadman put a lot of effort into editing it, and I want to know what people think. We did a Mount Rushmore of jerseys the other day. Myself, Aaron, Brad, and Eli did them. You can go check it out right now after the show on our YouTube. It's a video that's on there most recently. Go check it out.
Let me know who you think won.
Yeah, let us know.
Comment who you think has the best.
Just comment a name. Give us your 4 jerseys.
Liam, your third pick?
Special.
I've never heard of that before.
You're going to be very intrigued by it.
That might have been the pick of the draft.
Yeah. Go check that one out. It's a great job by Brett. It's a great video and deserves a bit more love than it's getting. Taylor Swift was on New Heights the other day. Shockingly broke the internet.
Yeah, I think it actually crashed. Right?
Who would have thought? I loved the line she had in there. It was like, you know what guys who love sports want more is me.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very funny that she's just very aware.
She's very self-aware. And was like, hey.
But hey, we can all agree that Taylor Swift is the greatest performer since Michael Jackson. Now that is a statement I'm willing to die on.
You're on your own for that one, bro.
No, it's true. This is it. I talked about this with my dad.
I've never seen her perform as well.
Well,
so.
I just mean based off maybe performer isn't the correct term.
But all the theatrics that go into it.
Everything around her. The aura, I believe the kids are calling it. Taylor Swift, Michael Jackson.
Who else? Yeah, would be in your...
Well, the Beatles are one. I was trying to do it in
Prince?
order. I was going to say... I don't think Prince was ever as dominant.
Yeah.
But like the Beatles, Taylor Swift, Michael Jackson, the Queen with Freddie Mercury, Elvis, I would assume
Lance
is probably
is
up
Beyonce.
there. Yeah, but Beyonce didn't do it like she's doing it. Like in Beyonce, don't get me wrong, there's some great
And she
ones.
has the Beehive, but I would argue the Swifties.
I say greatest, one of the greatest. She's definitely the
Yeah.
greatest of this generation. There's no doubt in my mind of turn of the century.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it is unbelievable what she's done.
I'm still picking
People will
Drake.
disagree, and I know you're all just upset that it's Taylor Swift, but it's the truth, unfortunately, for all of you that don't like it. But yeah, she's a dominant performer. Kanye West is not not one of them. He was great, but he's never been to a Drake concert. It's not about the concert, Kyle. It's about what they do.
This will be the first and only time I'll ever agree with Wise Kyle, because I'm a Drizzy guy till I die.
It might be great.
But I would also say, like, if you think of theatrics, I've been to Drake concerts. They're not anything like the Eras
Guys,
tour.
she sold out in like 149 shows or whatever it was. Like, it's the greatest sold out tour ever. She did it across 5 continents. Like, this is no joke.
Game respects game.
Yeah, you
I
have
couldn't
to.
do that. I couldn't do that.
She's not my greatest artist. I'm a big One Direction guy, but she's got a lot of great music.
All right, Connor McDavid. Let's get a little bit less horny in there, brother.
Yeah, relax,
Come
Connor.
on now. Give them an inch. They take a mile instantly. They just get horned up like that. It's August. I get it, but
And
high
again,
and dry, careful.
it's not about the Beatles were good performers, though. They are great songwriters, but their shows were 30 minutes long. Sure, but I'm not saying they're concerts. You guys are misinterpreting what I say. Maybe I said it wrong. It's about who they are.
Yeah.
And their fans.
They gotta have that clout
People
mixed
go
with that.
nuts. Like, people cry when they see Taylor Swift. People passed out when they saw Michael Jackson. The Beatles are still so dominant too. Like, yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting at. But anyway, I don't want to get into that conversation too much. A tweet breaking 42 minutes ago from Tyler Yaremchuk. Would hate to be the guy who's flying home tomorrow night from Hawaii with Air Canada. Their automated service robot guy just keeps telling me there are no agents available. Goodbye. And then hangs up. I don't know when we'll be seeing Tyler next.
I'm worried about the hole-in-one stream that's supposed to go down on Monday.
Hole-in-one stream coming out on Monday, maybe.
We'll have to pivot, and he'll tee off in Hawaii for 24 straight hours. That sucks. Well, I mean, like, and once again, stuck in Hawaii. I get that, but like, dude, anyone when you've traveled and you want to go home, you want to go home.
You do
Yeah.
want to go home.
You could probably, because he was there for 10 days, you can handle another couple, maybe make it 2 weeks even. After that, you'd also probably just be hemorrhaging money when you're out there.
Yeah.
All right. It's a honeymoon, brother.
Tough one for Ty. Hopefully he can make it home one day.
He tweeted the idea of them rebooking me on the biggest milk run of a travel day to get me home is mildly unsettling.
Well, let's see what the milk run is. We got a bit of time. Hawaii to Edmonton flights. He flies home tomorrow, I think he said in that tweet, if I'm not mistaken. Do you know what island he's on?
We covered it, but
The Big Island.
I want to say the Big Island or Oahu, but
Is Hawaii the Big Island? Also, too,
we did this and I already forget.
we did. I'm just going to say, oh my God, I could just Google it. Big Island, Hawaii.
Wherever you fly out of.
Okay.
Dangerous Wade, you're kind of on fire today.
What did he say?
Someone called Ice on Tyler. No, he's fine. He's live tweeting.
Okay, let's have a look here. So we're going to Island of Hawaii. Sorry, guys. Bear with me.
Yeah, some good live podcasting.
Edmonton.
Mr. Cates, he's on Oahu now.
Damn it.
Hawaii is the Big Island.
He's on Oahu? Thank you, Mr. Cates. I'm glad you know where our friend is. Oahu.
All I say is good luck, Ty.
Honolulu.
Have a couple drinks.
Comes back tomorrow, we said?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. One-way flight, please.
Tomorrow night, too.
Okay. Not return. God damn it. This is so difficult.
This is live podcasting, and it's fine.
One way. Honolulu to Hawaii, to Edmonton. There are no flights available. This is not good. Oh, I got it. Jesus.
I was like, no flights available for him, or you can't find them.
No, this can't be right. These don't look too bad. Oh, no, they're all just Air Canada flights.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, when he texted us last night asking us how the stream's been going, and I jokingly said, hopefully you're not on an Air Canada flight. He's like, I am.
I am exactly on an Air Canada flight.
So I couldn't figure it out, but I'm sure it's got a few stops in there. Tyler, well-traveled.
Let's bet on what day he comes back on.
Yeah, let's do
Get
that.
that
over
listed on
at,
Bet365.
Bet365 Daily Bets segment is brought to you by Bet365. You download the app. Use the promo code NATION.
I recently placed some futures on the NFL season.
Oh, I'll be doing that over the weekend, maybe.
I have, and I'm just going with it. Joe Burrow to win the NFL MVP. It's plus 600 currently. Liam, you know, in sports with the MVP, it's always narrative driven.
Yeah.
Like now Josh Allen's got one. Lamar has several. Patrick Mahomes has them. It's Joe Burrow's year. And the way he played last year kind of feels like he got a little, just because his team sucked, he didn't win it. That if they make the playoffs this year, I feel like it's a lock that Joseph Burrow is going to win the MVP. Plus 600, juicy.
It's not bad.
I'm about that one. Then I placed Patriots to make the playoffs, plus 140.
That's a bad one.
That's ballsy. Dude, their schedule is dog shit. It's fantastic. I can't wait. And I placed plus 800 on Mike Vrabel to win Coach of the Year. Those things kind of piece together because Patriots awful last year. They have such a weak schedule. They're going to win. So they might not make the playoffs, but they'll win some games and improve a lot.
It adds up.
And Vrabel has the clout, right, of like the narrative. You want to give him Coach of the Year. He's got that going. Ride with me, people. Ride. Also,
sorry, Mackay and Dry. I forgot to read your super chat.
Oh, super chat.
Oh, my apologies, Mackay and Dry. I will read it right now. I did see it. $7 to the Ben Stouts Foundation. Thank you very much, Mackay and Dry. Mackay and Dry, missed you guys. Tired of off season. Need time to fly. Congrats, Dry, and also Ty. Not gonna lie, saw pics and had a cry next year.
Next year.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Sorry, Mackay. Those are some Bordzy bars right there.
I did see it, but I was in the middle of something. Liam, who is your most hated NFL team of all time? I hate the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah,
I am a Lions fan. We were dominated by Aaron Rodgers forever. Now we have this Jordan Love guy who thinks he's good, but he's not good. Their head coach is a dweeb. I don't even know his name. What's his name again?
Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaBitch.
Nerd.
Yeah, I don't like him.
For me, I'm the Indianapolis Colts. I despise the Colts. The Patriots used to dog walk them, I think, in my Brady Manning days. And then Deflategate. We beat them like by fucking 30 points. And they still crying to Roger Goodell. And then we know how that all went. Yeah. Finished with a Patriots Super Bowl, actually, is how that whole story finishes.
Premier League starts this weekend. I have one bet. Brighton to beat Fulham at home minus 110. 8 a.m. kickoff for us here in the Mountain Time. The Mighty Wanderers, you're all wondering, playing Barnsley at Oakwell. I'd go with the over. I don't know what the line is, but I would go with the over if I had to pick anything.
What is the line? Because they just smashed out with 6 goals.
It's 2.5 typically in a soccer game for every single game. So right now, Bolton, I believe we are the underdogs in that game because they're away, which is fair enough. Oh, no, we're the favorites to win, plus 145. The over-under is minus 188. So maybe parlay that with a corners.
I'm looking at it here. The Edmonton Elks are favored on Friday against the Toronto Argonauts.
Our Edmonton Elks?
Minus 165. Looking at it right here.
Jeez, that seems
so don't do
idiotic.
that. But hey, maybe they'll turn it around. It was a hard-fought game against the Alouettes. This one's at home. Yeah.
The NHL Network just released a graphic, which I think I could have made. So that's not good. That's not good. Okay. I think we'll wrap it up, Aaron?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, we're good.
I'm gone all of next week. I'll miss you. Love you all.
You're
Have
gone.
fun.
Ty's back. Holy One Challenge maybe on Monday. We'll see.
If you have to swing the club for 24 hours, would
might
be
me.
Hilarious.
I don't know when we'll do a show next week. We'll do 2. It won't be Tuesday because we're working all day Monday.
Yeah.
Won't be Tuesday. Probably Wednesday, Friday, if I had to guess.
If I was a betting man.
If I was a betting man, which I am, I'd probably say Wednesday or Friday. But until then, have a great rest of your week, everybody. We'll see you on the flippity flop. Oil up.
Woo! Bye-bye, everybody.